This video we will talk about the changes for indie artists on Spotify's platform in early 2024. Let's get to the business. Of the 3 suggested modifications, 2 ought to be comparatively inoffensive. The report claims that Spotify will penalize record labels and other music distributors for any fraudulent behavior found on their recordings. There has been a long-deserved crackdown on streaming fraud because it is rather common. The second modification will increase the amount of time that noise tracks, background noise such as rain, static, etc., must play for before they begin to accrue royalties. To get around the current royalty system, which kicks in when a track is played for more over 30 seconds, several noise producers have divided their noise into short, even 31-second short, songs. What was not stated in the MBW study was the duration of the new minimum. The largest change that has been reported, and the one that is already drawing criticism, is the requirement for a song to receive at least a certain number of annual streams before royalties are paid. According to MBW's estimation, a track would need to get payment if it earned 5 cents a month, or roughly 200 streams annually. Since many independent tunes fall short of this mark, Spotify's stream share pool will get the money that these artists would have otherwise made. While that might not seem like a significant amount of money, a source informed MBW that it adds up to tens of millions of dollars when compounded over the streamer's several low-play tunes. Rather, that would be awarded to more established artists, who would receive a higher part. Recently, several broadcasters have made drastically different attempts to update their royalty models. With its user-centric payment approach, SoundCloud, which caters exclusively to independent musicians, disperses rewards according to the quantity of streams rather than an artist's percentage of total listening. Last month, Deezer caused a stir when it entered into an agreement with Universal Music Group to compensate well-known musicians more than independent artists, a practice that is even more blatant than Spotify's. Spotify is the most widely used music streaming service in the world, thus its decisions are more significant. The justification for Spotify's approach is that a large portion of these micropayments get lost in the distribution process and seldom end up in the hands of the artists. Furthermore, YouTube producers can only begin earning money from advertisements after gaining 1,000 followers and 4,000 hours watched in a year. Spotify is not the only streamer to impose a minimum on revenue. However, detractors claim the business is acting as a kind of reverse Robin Hood, stealing from smaller independent musicians and handing their profits to the larger players. According to music business expert Mark Mulligan, streams and revenue are effectively synonymous right now, but by this time next year, they will mean very different things. Smaller artists will be othered, their revenue becoming a new black box for the biggest artists to share between themselves. The author claims, under the new arrangement. On the assurance that they will be compensated for their labor, DIY artists have also given rise to a whole business. If the world's most popular music streamer starts to set higher standards for who gets paid, platforms such as TuneCore, DistroKid, and CD Baby might find it more difficult to sell to users. These proposals have not yet been verified by Spotify. A spokeswoman for Spotify, Chris Mikowski, told The Verge that the company is constantly evaluating how we can best serve artists and regularly discusses with partners ways to further platform integrity. At this time, we have no news to share.